with the sunken cost principle. The sunken cost principle is a philosophy that everybody has. Almost everybody on earth operates with that principle. And it goes like this, where, let me give you an example. For example, if you're trying to go to a shop, right, to get water, and you walk, it takes 12 kilometers to go to that shop. After walking 10 kilometers, you now realize they don't sell water at that shop. It's just 2 kilometers left to go. Do you now say, I've gone 10 kilometers, let me just go to the shop, even if I'm not buying water, let me just go to the shop, then turn back home and look for water? Or do you just, let me start looking for water henceforth? Now, the sunken cost principle is that most people, when they've been down a path or they spend so much time doing something, they don't want to let go because they feel like, that's taking so much of my time. But that's the same thing. There's no end. There's no answer or reward for you at the end of the day. And once you find that out, no matter how much time you spent on the wrong path, you can always redress your. By common sense, you redress your steps. But when it comes to other aspects, you don't want to do that. And getting rid of that principle and that philosophy in my head has made me do a lot of things and gone far. And I think if you get rid of that as well, you will easily let things go and you start advancing forward. Let's get into the podcast for today. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Coke Boy here. Welcome to another episode of the We Living Podcast. Today is a beautiful day. This month has been, to be fair, this month has been amazing, right? Positive changes, realizations, like stuff they happen, and there are things that I can only thank God for in my life. And I think everybody, you will get that month this year. If you've not gotten that month this year where something is turning around for you, then you will get that month at some point this year. Say amen to that. So I'm recording this on what's today's date again? Jesus Christ. 17th, yeah? Fuck. On the 18th, yeah, this is the 18th. This is what's today's date again? Jesus Christ. What's wrong with me? Do I have dementia? I don't want to look like I can literally look and find out the day. This is Saturday. God, people voted today now. Why am I so lost? Yeah, Saturday, the 18th of March, 2023. Today I have a story to bring you guys. I've had this story in my head since when will I say? Since the 10th. Since the 10th of since the 10th of March, I've had this story in my head. I heard this story on my way going back to Makurdi in a boat ride. So this guy was carrying me, and then he was on the phone with somebody else, and they were just talking about and the guy made no, I tried to mind my business, because I'm listening to somebody's business. The call was on loudspeaker and everything, and I was trying to press my phone and mind my business on that ride, though. But he would say, "Can you imagine when his story gets to one point and look at me, trying to get me involved in what he's saying with somebody else on the phone?" So I don't know about that, but I heard the full story though. So here's what happened. So there's two people mostly in this story, and it's short, but it's just interesting. Let's call the guy John. Yeah, let's just call him John, and call the girl Eunice. The truth is, I'm making up names, but I really can't even remember their real names. I think the girl's name is actually Eunice, but I'm not really sure. But the guy's name was an Igbo name, so let's just use an Igbo name. Let's say Chima. So Chima and Eunice are dating. The call started like this. The guy was asking the person on the phone. So it was my boat guy talking to a girl on the phone that was maybe his female friend or somebody. And he's saying, "So is this how Chima and Eunice have broken up like this?" He said, "Hey, this is what we are seeing, what happened?" That Chima now came home one day, their family house. And let me give you a little backstory, yeah? So the person making this call, talking to my boat driver, is Chima's sister. And she works with Eunice, who is supposed to be Chima's girlfriend. So she works with her brother's girlfriend. And her brother is her brother, right? But he doesn't stay in the family house with her. He has his own house. So Chima is a working guy. I think he's a computer guy. He's a tech guy. Not Yahoo, real, not even Forex or all these things, all these are NFTs, all these are crypto. No, not that. Real tech, data analysts and stuff. These things, these people that are the reason why our bank networks are failing, they're the ones relocating out of the country. So that's what he does. And now Eunice is a baby girl. I don't know how long they've been dating, but now they're having issues because she started becoming disrespectful to him, right? She goes out. He has like what he used to say. Like, he hates it when she goes out without telling him. She lives in his house, right? So when she leaves and he doesn't tell him where she's going to, he always used to be offended about that. And they used to always fight about it. Anytime she does it, yeah, and then she's like ready for the fight after. And then the guy will go back and apologize. So she used to do that stuff. And the guy used to complain to his sister and their eldest brother. So what she was saying now is that the story has ended, they've broken up. Why did they break up? So Chima, yeah, they had one of these arguments. And she told him that he was not a real man. That's what she told Chima. That he was not a real man. And then Chima now had to start reflecting. He was talking to his sister. I don't know if this story is jointed. I'm sorry, it's been a while I heard it. He was talking to his sister and his brother about this particular issue and was like, he's going to leave this girl, but he doesn't know how to do it. Apparently, Chima got a job abroad. I think it's Canada. He was relocating to Canada, but he didn't tell his girlfriend. He didn't tell that Eunice girl that he's supposed to relocate to Canada, but he was processing papers for him and his supposed dependent wife or whoever, which is supposed to be that girl. So he was processing papers to prove that, he could move countries with her. But he didn't tell her this. So because of like the new attitude, he was going to tell her, I think it was one of their issues that made him let him hold on to this information for a bit. And I think that's something that's very, very important. If you have relationships with people, there should be always things that only you know. Things about yourself that only you know. Things, even if it's wins and successes, that just only you know. Because there are people who, by myself, I know I used to be a guy that said my plans a lot. I still do that sometimes, if I have a plan, I say it a lot. I say it to too many people, and most of the time I end up not doing it. Most of the things I've done, I didn't tell anybody before I did it, including starting this podcast. So I think that's one mindset we should have and imbibe to be able to go far and achieve our goals. Please, the story, cool boy. Stop trying to lecture anybody. Yeah. So he was saying he doesn't know how to do it. Maybe should he break up with her and then travel, or just ghost and disappear? At this point, he was already in the ghosting process. Just ghost and disappear, so that he will break up with her from abroad and he won't have to deal with any begging or anything like that if that arises. And his brother was like, you a coward. Why will you confront the woman, tell her where she has fucked up? If you're not down to forgive or to accept anything less than what you say you want, then let it be clear that this is done before you go anywhere. And I also understand from Chima's point of view, because he doesn't want this country is filled with uncertainties. People hate you. People can love you, but because you don't give them what they want, they turn against you. And so if you tell her that you're traveling, or you let her know, maybe he doesn't have to let her know, he should just break up with her. Maybe that could be nice. But if she knows or has a sniff that he's traveling abroad, then she might handicap that plan. But who cares? However, they said he should do it face to face. Now, the boat driver is now asking this girl on the phone, but were there any other issues? What is the issue? Why has Chima decided that, okay, this particular thing that he's been dealing with before, now it's time to have had enough? Is it that he wanted to do it all the time, all the while? Sorry, he just wanted to break up all the while, the entire time? She's like, no, let her explain. So he started going off on all this, that the girl, Chima, has always wanted to be get her up to do something, earn her own money, that kind of thing, because he saw that she's this type of, social media, all this, how do I say it? Like trying to be a bimbo, basically. Yeah, just look sweet online, do that online, just be a sweet girl. But he knows that if he makes her make money, then she might start looking at other things in life, like, yo, I can earn, so let me just focus on business. Or, just he wanted to make her earn money. And he supported every dream. So let's start. She said she wanted to learn makeup. He paid for her to go and learn makeup. She went there. I think she had an issue with the madam because she didn't like people sending her, right? The madam was not too much older than her, but everybody goes on errands for the madam. So I think they had a problem with that. Now, I don't know if this girl, I don't mean to bring tribal stereotypes into this, but some things are just pretty, you can't escape them. And Igbo people, I will say this, maybe some people will not like me hear this, but Igbo people are always there. And we we don't have the moral high ground though. Nobody has the moral high ground. Everybody has decaying people in their population. It's just that with Igbo culture, they just watch a lot. Especially the men watching out for women. Igbo men don't like their children marrying women or even having anything serious to do with women from tribes that are known for promiscuity or laziness or anything bad that would affect efficient home running or that would, if they have a stereotype that would make you doubt them being an efficient wife or mother or that kind of thing. Igbo people don't want anything to do with those kind of people. So now I don't know if this girl is Igbo because maybe it would have come up that this tribe, but I didn't hear that. So she's probably Igbo, which proves my point that it's not about tribe. People are just terrible. So she did that and then she had an issue with that. His money sunk there. She didn't complete the makeup. She started that okay, she wants to sew. Now this guy has money, you get, but he bought a big sewing machine which is still in the house, apparently in his house. He bought a big sewing machine for this guy, like probably the best someone could find. They said they went there, they bought it for a couple millions. And it's sitting in the house. They're literally basically rustling at this point because she just got lazy and stopped doing it. She said she wanted to. Now she works with this girl. I don't know where they say they work, but they are colleagues. Now she just has a regular job that she's working with this Chima's sister that is on the call with the boat guy. And I'm pretty sure there's one other thing that she had tried her hands on that failed. But I can't remember. But she tried her hand on one more thing that he put his money in. And I think that's the biggest one, but I just can't remember. I swear. I think it's production of something that she wanted to be doing. See, if I remember at some point mid-pod, I'm going to say it. So, she went and, what did she even do? Yeah. She just got that regular job. So when this guy used to go out of town, he has a house in Abuja, right? That this girl stays in. And then he used to go out of town, he used to work in, I think he works in like 2 or 3 different banks. So he travels a lot. And that's how the issue of this going out came about. They have a problem with it. Sometimes she would ask that, look, I want to go to my friends. And he's like, no, don't go. And then she will still go. And then they will fight about it. She will still go and then let him know because he will see stories. Or I don't know how, I'm not sure how, he will see stories. Or sometimes somebody will see her out and, that kind of thing. So they used to fight about it because he used to still do stronger and go out with her friends. So at this point, when they fought one time, she ghosted him and just used to just go out anyhow. And she's living in his house where he's paying rent. His food stuff are there. He's paying for everything in the house. But she would just up and leave the house. Come back whenever she wants. Sometimes they said, the neighbor said she went out one time and then didn't come back for 2 days. It's like they had ghosted for like a week before and then he was now reflecting during that week instead of going back to beg. And so this kind of habit, this kind of stuff is just unwifely, right? It's unwifely. And that's why he has come to the conclusion that he's going to leave her, but he hasn't told her yet. And to be fair, I really do wish I knew how that story ended because, yeah, my ride ended. My ride didn't end before the story ended. The story ended before my ride, but the story had not ended in real life because he had not gone to break up with her. I could check my Bolt app here, find that driver and find the ending of that story. That would be wild. But maybe it would be too nosy. The guy was friendly, but might be too nosy. I swear to God, I'm feeling tempted to do it. Alright, cool. But that's the podcast for today. I'm giving out an iPhone 11 Pro pouch. Yeah? Transparent pouch. I put it on my WhatsApp and Facebook and Instagram earlier. I'm giving it out. But I don't know what to ask. I really don't know what question to ask for it. So please, I'm giving it out to anybody who sends me a picture of an iPhone 11 that they want to put the pouch on. And I'm going to just give it to them. Right? Yeah. So I guess the moral of that story is, there's one thing. They said she was okay. She was like perfect at first. That's what this girl on the boat was saying. That she was okay when they started dating, And she thinks that it got to her head. Because she says women, when they see that they have a guy on lock, it is to just get to her head, some women. And what she was saying was that, probably since they were telling her, they were whining that Eunice out. Not whining her, but it was true that, since we started dating our brother, things have changed. Like, he doesn't really, there's a way he used to think about women before, but he doesn't think that with you. He adores you. He this. Chima is like this. He cares about you. Like, they used to just shower her with praise and tell her how much he means to that guy. Yeah. And then the truth is, to whom much you give, much is expected. She probably didn't know. And I think, ladies, please listen. This is facts, yeah? you might have this temptation to look down on or see finish your partner because you think that they mean the world. You mean the world to them. But the truth is, everybody sees value in something that makes them want that stuff. Whatever it is that you want. You know that it's of some level of use and value to you, which is why you want that thing. So I think in the case of this girl Naba, this Eunice, how this Chima's family kept praising her and all of that, how she's perfect, how since they met her, since their brother met her, he's changed, he's a new man and all of that. And then she forgot that there was something that attracted her brother to her. There was something that she gave to that brother that made him be like that with her. And then, she just started thinking, I have him now. Like, I have him now. And so I can just, relax and stop giving 100% the way I was giving before and stop respecting the way I was respecting before and that kind of thing. And ladies need to know, you don't have any guy 100% down. Even if he adores you or he's simping for you, It's just because, he's seen something that make him do that. Because the fact is that black women outnumber black men. I've said this before. 3-1, which means for every black man, there's 3 black women. Which means for every 3 black women, 2 will not get a man at the end of the day. That's just facts as it is. And if you talk about people who are going to prison, there's more men going to prison, which is still reducing the ratio. There's more men dying than black women, which is still reducing the ratio further. So statistically, you need to understand that if you have a man and he adores you, you're at a very good position. You need to do what you can to maintain that position. And so that was, I think that was the point where the sea finish started from her, and then she started changing and all of that. So ugly story, but I think there's stuff to learn from it at the end of the day. And by the way, little announcement. This is not going to come with any story whatsoever. Just a little announcement. I'm a single man now. Yeah, I'm free of any burden of emotional commitment with any female on earth. And I should let you know though, it was my decision. My choice to do this, and I'm with it 100%. I'm going with 100%. I'm happy and comfortable with that decision. And this is who I am now. Thank you very much for listening to the Good Living Podcast. I love you guys. You rock. And see you next time. By the way, I have a rap that I did. One verse. I'm putting a video out. Maybe I'll post the link on the description of my next podcast, or add it to this one at some point when it comes out. If the video comes out before this, then I'm going to add the video to the description. If it does not, then I'm going to make a different link, add the description to the next podcast. Maybe I'll talk about that story, the breakup story, the real breakup story, or not. And then maybe I'll put the link for that video there. I think people are giving me proper rep for the rap that I did, so I guess that's why I'm going to post it and see what the proper audience, the wider audience, think about it. God bless you, Lord. And then time for predictions for I'm recording this on Monday, on Friday, so I'm going to predict events and matches, maybe election results too. So I just want to say something wild and silly. I think Atletico Madrid lose tomorrow. I have no fucking reason or stats backing why. I'm just saying it because I'm just for the sake of it, just to say something wild. But Arsenal is playing Crystal Palace tomorrow, and I also think that's going to be an easy game. People think it's going to be hard because they just sacked their manager, and Arsenal just lost in midweek. But I think it's going to be an easy game. We're going to win that by a 2-goal margin plus. And then with the elections, I'm predicting that in Benue State, that Reverend Father wins. I think it's pretty straightforward, that one. I'm predicting that the election in different states would be inconclusive, which is the results would be really, really doubted and to not be... You see how Peter Obi's election, it was doubted, but you can call it inconclusive because some things were clearly fucked up, that made the result seem like it doesn't have any integrity whatsoever. So I think in Lagos, that kind of thing is going to happen. It's not going to just be, we announce you the winner, JRV the winner, and then everybody's going to keep quiet. I think there's going to be some chaos that's going to make the results thing, a little less straightforward. And what other state? In my state, Abia, I'm just saying, I'm tipping Alex Oti to win because I love the guy. He works he's a philanthropist without the government funds still. So I'm thinking he's one guy that I trust with it. And we've had terrible, terrible governors. So how much worse can it be? At least somebody who does work without any... This is going to make you guys not finish my podcast and affect my rating on Spotify. Bye. Have fun.